Hey Aries, welcome to your July collective reading. I've got your oracle cards shuffled and ready to go for you. So please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not every single message may resonate with you. Take what does, leave what does not here, because it could be for someone else. All right. So getting into this energy, let's see what comes up for you this July. Okay. I'm getting the message right off the bat. There are some things that are dying within your life or within your experience. These could be relationships, situations, it could be parts of you, parts of your psyche. Um, these things are things that you've held on to, it feels like. Some of you may have even felt some sense of identity with some of these things that are dying around you, but it is affecting your overall feeling of stability and security. Some of you could be, like I said, very emotionally tied up in what it is that is being shed or transformed. That's funny. I was looking at the shoes on this Emperor card and I heard the message some of you got new shoes recently. So maybe that's the validation that you needed, that this reading is for you, Aries. It does feel like, Aries, that you are at a point where if you're still moving through a difficult phase or a difficult period of time, you're getting to like the peak of that. It's not going to continue to be hard for much longer. It feels like you're about on the other side of the challenge. It does require you becoming it does require you becoming aware or illuminated of something. It's almost like it's difficult for you to let this in, but it's this feeling of awareness of something, that you accepting what it is that you're aware of. And I looked at one of the suns on one side of the card and went to the other side of the card and put my finger on another sun. So you could be working with like multiple things that you're trying to integrate or clear. And it that makes it feel like it's a little bit of like a meandering road. You're not quite sure. It feels like you don't really know, like in your day-to-day experience, like what is going to come up for you. It's like what am I going to be dealing with today? What's the next shift? What's the next turn in the road? And it feels a little bit, I'm hearing the word monotonous. It feels a little bit like, how much more of this is there going to be? Okay. Let's see what comes up in your oracle. I got a lot of oracle cards for you. They just kept wanting to come out. So for our tarot card, we have the Six of Cups. This could be something that you're dealing with from a past life or a past experience in this lifetime. You could be dealing with a soulmate. There also could be some themes or even some traumas that are coming up from your childhood experience that are needing to die off or to purge, to transmute. There's also this feeling of you becoming in touch with the things that you feel passionate about, the things that make you feel your truest sense of self, and learning how to ground that into your experience. It feels to me, Aries, like you're even if you are in dynamic with another, it feels like you're learning how to put yourself first. Your needs, wants, desires, experiences. I'm hearing the message some of you Aries are learning how to say no. Could be hard for you. There is this feeling though of you wanting to find a community, find people to connect to and build with. There is this feeling coming through of maybe some of you, even if you're in partnership or dynamic with another with the Six of Cups, it does almost feel like you could be a little bit lonely or a little bit like misunderstood. Maybe you're kind of on the periphery of your experience. You're not fully present or in there. It's just kind of like you're lingering on the outside. We have the card balance. Maybe you're needing to balance some of these things. Boundaries, okay. We have disconnect. So this off the bat is really confirming everything that I pulled through with the Six of Cups. This feeling of maybe disconnecting a bit, maybe focusing in a bit more and creating some boundaries around yourself to find out what it is that you want in your life, what you feel passionate about, what you feel strongly drawn to, because it does feel that there was a lot of things kind of moving around your experience that were pulling your attention in different directions. It's kind of like, you should do this, Aries, you should do that, you should do this now. And in an effort to really get in touch with what it is that you want, maybe learn how to say no, learn how to have healthy boundaries, you could have disconnected a bit from that. We also have gratitude coming out, between worlds. And then we got 3 of these emotion cards. We have reflection coming out, pain, and sadness. So I do feel that there is this energy with this between worlds card coming out of you kind of straddling the line of something, deciding whether you're in or you're out. Is this good for me? Is this not good for me? I do feel that you're leaning more towards something being in alignment with you. Since in this card, the flamingo is facing towards the light, I do feel like you're deciding like, yeah, this does feel okay. This does feel safe. I can take the next step. And perhaps that's where this balance energy comes into place. You're learning how to balance your own inner emotions. Maybe when you pulled back, you were able to reflect on some of the feelings that were coming up with you around pain and sadness, maybe loss or grief. You were able to find that reflection energy, and you're able to now, as you find that balance, move into a place of gratitude and can take some steps forward. Perhaps that's with that Six of Cups energy that we were talking about. Okay. All right. So, Aries, what is going on for you this July? Aries, feeling like I need to do that. Maybe some of you are readers and blow on your deck. All right. What's going on for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising? What do they need to hear, know, or see this July? We're going to do a Celtic cross. I feel like we did a Celtic cross for Aries last couple times. Maybe those of you watching like the Celtic cross. All right. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they need to hear, know, or see? Thank you, Divine Archangels, for your messages of love, light, and clarity for my Aries. And they need to hear, know, or see 2 more. Got it. Aries. All right, we have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, King of Cups, the Chariot. Okay, so some of you could be either making or receiving some sort of an offer or making a gesture that's going to move something that's been taking some time to build forward. There is an energy of open communication, bringing new ideas, new inspirations up to the table. And I'm hearing this time it's grounded. There's energy to back whatever is coming up to the table or to the surface. There's also this energy, Aries, of perhaps you, that's funny, my phone is recording me, but I just looked at the side of my table and I thought I saw my phone lit up, face up. And so some of you may be waiting on some sort of a call or a text message, or just some sort of like notification from someone that's really significant to your experience. For those of you that resonates, it feels like you get very excited whenever this comes up. There's this feeling of like hope. Okay, so with this Knight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, those of you who have been struggling to open up your heart for a period of time, or struggling to kind of, it's like, it feels like Knight of Pentacles is like baby steps energy. It's one step forward at a time, and it can take some time, but once you get there, you're there. So with this Knight of Cups beforehand and the Page of Swords and the King of Cups, it feels like for those of you who have been trying to integrate some emotion or open up your heart or be vulnerable or whatever it is, it feels like there is some shift this July where that gains traction and you're able to speak the truth or say how you feel or incorporate that vulnerability. I feel like once you do that, you're going to be in so much of a more calm, centered state of being. And it's going to help that energy that took a really long time to move through will suddenly move forward. Some of you could also be having some sort of a conversation that allows you to have that breakthrough. All right, so this Celtic cross for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do they need to know? All right, we have coming out, we have this is in the reverse, my last reading as well. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Swords, the Tower at the bottom of the deck, the Hierophant, and your energy here, the Emperor. There could be some situation, Aries, where you've been, I think I even touched on this in the beginning energy. You could be like coming in and out of something because you're anxious about it. This could be a situation that perhaps you were very invested in, very committed to for a period of time. But there was some sort of a shift or a sudden change with the Tower. That is the universe bringing in some situation to bring down what was a faulty foundation. So it does feel like kind of this energy of it's almost like a wishy-washy energy of like we're in, we're out, we're going forward, we're not. Stop, start. So let's see how this resonates. What's crossing this energy for Aries? We have the Queen of Cups, so this could be, and the Moon. For some of you, this is a situation to deal with love and the heart. Some of you, this could be a partnership that's stopping and starting or going back and forth. The Moon is here as well, and yeah, it definitely for some of you is a love situation or a soulmate dynamic because we have the Moon, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Cups. For a group of you, this is a very deep love. It definitely is an energy for those of you that this is resonating. It's an energy of like a very deep bond. That it's almost like you can't pull out those roots, if that makes sense. But with the Queen of Cups crossing this, we're in, we're out energy, we're moving forward, we're moving back. It does feel like it has to do with either a soulmate relationship, whether this is a lover, a friend, a family member, or it has to do with your ability to be open-hearted and to operate from a place of openness, vulnerability, understanding, and empathy. You could be, and both of these could be true for you, Aries. You could be struggling with these things and having, obviously, there's a deep desire here with the Two of Cups and the Moon. There could also, with that, be a fear or some feeling of, you know, for some of you, this could be such a deep feeling that it's unsettling, and so you're in, you're out, and it could create some illusion or some sense of fear around that. I just saw the 10 of Wands. So it could create some feeling of like overwhelm for you that, you know, these feelings are so intense. So we have the Four of Cups coming out in the recent past. That's a feeling of not being satisfied with how something is. It's looking at in the Three of Cups or the Four of Cups. It's an energy of looking at the Three of Cups that you want. So you want the excitement, the connection. The Three of Cups can also be community, friends coming together, but you're not seeing the new opportunity that's behind you. The universe is providing. So, oh, and here is the Three of Cups. So some of you, and I see the Ace of Cups as well, some of you could be in the recent past or at the start of this month feeling like you could be missing or not fully satisfied with a loving connection, or you could not be fully satisfied with the place that you're in emotionally. So with this feeling coming up, it feels like there is this desire either to come together with someone or some group and to share how you feel vulnerably. Vulnerability is a big topic for Aries this reading. It feels like Aries, you have a lot of feelings coming up to the surface and you don't quite know how to share them with someone. With the Queen of Pentacles here, that is a nurturing energy. So I do get the feeling that whoever you're dealing with will receive you. But there is some energy that you're needing to look at, and perhaps it's energy from the past. Perhaps it's an outdated belief system. For those of you that feel that belief systems is resonant, you can reach out to me. I'm a belief code practitioner, and we could do some work on clearing those belief systems. It does feel to me with the Queen of Pentacles that whatever energy you're dealing with is very nurturing and receptive and able to hold space for what it is that you want to share. But there is still this feeling of like stuckness. Okay, what's in the upcoming future for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising? So we have the Magician and the Ace of Wands, love it, and the World. So this is a really powerful energy in the upcoming near future. It's a new start, something that you feel inspired by, really good about. Also, a lot of passion. This is something that you've been manifesting, something that you're in active pursuit of. Some of you could gain some sort of a knowledge or awareness or wisdom that is able to help you bring this manifestation into fruition. Some of you could be manifesting this vulnerability, this heart opening, or this soulmate that happens as a result of whatever new awareness that you receive. Yeah, with the 10 of Pentacles following the World, there is an opportunity for you and the soulmate to have the stability that it is and the new start a new cycle. For those of you that are resonating on more of an individual level, and it's more of a heart opening or the ability to be clear in the emotional body, or find that vulnerability that was difficult for me to articulate, there is that opportunity, and it feels like it puts you into a place of so much more clarity of the mind that leads to clarity of the emotions, which leads to a lot more clarity in your external experience. Okay. It does feel like this could be really difficult work for you, Aquarius. Like that exhale I just had was very it could feel taxing for you at this time. You could be needing to like pull your energy back to self, really take the time for the self in order to be able to navigate this situation that I feel like is highly emotional for you, in order to navigate it clearly and make the right choices. All right. There is this message about moving really slowly with things, Aries, and not really pushing yourself, not pushing yourself to like overextend, I think is the feeling that's coming up here. In the above position, we have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So five represent changes. We also still have the World at the bottom of the deck and the Ten of Pentacles. And we have the Four of Wands now. So for those of you that a relationship or some sort of a commitment is in your um, in your experience or a part of your story, there is a lot of changes upcoming with that. You could be really missing someone, thinking about them a lot, questioning why this distance is happening, why it's necessary. For those of you that are like, or with the awareness that we are all incarnated to learn lessons and move through these experiences to grow as a soul, you could be questioning why this, why is this my lesson? Why is like a repeated loss my lesson? Why is this repeated? Why is this repeated? Fill in the blank. My experience or my lesson. Why is this happening this way? That could be what's on kind of the forefront of your mind or your experience this month or at this time. That all that being said, at the bottom of the deck is this World, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and then the Ace of Swords. So there is this very stable, supportive connection, home base, family, whatever it is that you're dealing with, whatever other individual, it feels like they are very committed. Whether this is a lover, a friend, a family member, or even in business, it feels as though they are very committed. Okay, let's see. And Aries, if it fits better for your story, feel free to reverse the roles, okay? All right, what's in the below position for Aries? We have the Five of Cups and the Devil in the below position, the Two of Pentacles. So another five coming out. Changes are happening. Some of you could be seeing 555. There is this energy in the subconscious mind of you finding or working to find a state of balance, and even with the Page of Cups right behind it, okay, we have the Two of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Tower, and the Two of Cups. So repeating twos as well could be a sign for you. There is this feeling of you in the subconscious being aware of perhaps the things that you or them have done that have put you in this place of either missing this person or this experience, and trying to find balance within that. There could be an energy of you or them wanting to come forward and maybe just simply express that the love is still there. Okay. Some of you that are more, maybe not on a partnership journey or a soulmate journey, you could be really looking into perhaps some sadness that you've held for a period of time, or some grief or some loss for a period of time, or even regret that you're trying to it feels like you're trying to make an effort to be more gentle with yourself instead of being like, you did this wrong or you did that wrong, or even maybe assigning blame to other people. You're trying to be more gentle about the experience, be more accepting, and find your own state of balance. And acceptance is also coming through so that you are able to move into more of that open-hearted, vulnerable energy. So say if you experience some sort of, yeah, I just saw the death card. So some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Capricorn. We have that here as well. But there's this energy of like letting go of something from the past, letting something die. Remember I said in the beginning of the reading? And being able to move on with your life as a result of that. So this could be a person, it could be like an old person from a long time ago that hurt you in some way and you're finally able to let go of that. It could be some belief or idea. It could be anything, Aries. So apply this energy to your situation as it fits, since this is general. All right, so what's the challenge for Aries? What's the challenge for Aries? Some of you are also working with Lemurian, or you may benefit from working with Lemurian quartz. I have one right here for this reading. This was gifted to me by a dear friend. So in the challenge, we have your card coming out, the Emperor. So some of you could be challenged by another Aries. Some of you could be challenged by a masculine energy that is perhaps for some of you older than you. You could also be facing some challenges within the self, because here we have the Seven of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the King of Cups, and we have the Chariot and then the Death card. What is it within you, Aries, that is holding you back from what it is that you want? Are there, or even expressing yourself the way that you want to emotionally, perhaps to this soulmate, perhaps just in life? What is it that's blocking you from being the individual you want to be within you? This doesn't feel like an external thing. With the Seven of Swords and the Eight of Wands, it's what is it within you that is blocking you from having your fullest vulnerable expression? What is it within you that's blocking you from emotionally moving forward? In what ways are you sabotaging yourself? I feel like a lot of you are either coming into or about to come into that awareness of like, these are things that I need to change within me or let go of. And that's where this perhaps belief code work would come in for you, Aries, is what is it within me that I am still holding on to that's blocking me from having the experience I want to have, being the person I want to be, being able to align with this soulmate? What is it that's blocking me within me? All right, what is happening in the external influence for Aries? We have the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups, the Strength card. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. I also heard or Aquarius, so take that if it resonates for you. I don't see the Star card anywhere, but there is this energy in the external influence of you being still heavily affected by a soulmate. You could be, with this Three of Cups, it implies reunion and it implies coming back together and celebrating something. It also implies that if you are dealing with a soulmate, whether this is a lover or a family member, there is a friendship here as well. If you are soulmates that are at a distance, there is this feeling of like the bond is still very strong. Even if you're not communicating, you're energetically communicating constantly. It's a very tangible feeling of energy. If you are presently in dynamic, there's this external influence of kind of this person's always there. So even if you're in a place where you're not able to connect or not able to be present, and keep in mind, again, like I said, reverse these energies if it makes more sense for your story. There is this feeling of the other energy always kind of being present or there in some way. With the Strength card and the Wheel of Fortune and the World here and the Ten of Cups, there is this feeling of having whether this is the other person or the general feeling, there is this feeling of having the strength to push through the cycle of whatever this challenge is that you're having and open up something new that is within your realm of happiness. With the 10 of Cups, these are things that make you feel feelings of love, support, connection, family, joy, bliss. My throat chakra is becoming affected, so these could be the things that you're having a difficult time with opening up to that vulnerability. Okay. I feel like there's so much more I could say here, but we have limited time. Okay, so what is the hopes and fears for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising? We have the Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups was in our beginning energy, and we have the Six of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. The Fool, Queen of Wands. So again, some of you could be, you're a fire sign, but you could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. There is this energy with the hopes and fears of the hope that things can move forward and become more reciprocal. Whether it's you or them, it does feel like there is this energy of like maybe the flow being stagnated on one end, maybe one of you not giving as much as the other, where the other was just give, give, give. There is this feeling of slowly over time, one step in front of the other, we're able to come into this place of equal flow, equal give and take, and also working together. Like I said before, with the Three of Cups, there is this energy of being friends. So maybe being able to work together in a new way where you realize you are wanting the same things and you are wanting the same path forward. There is that energy here. Ooh, my ear just started ringing. So for some of you, that's definitely resonant. All right, what's the likely outcome for Aries? Okay, then. We've got the Strength card and the Wheel of Fortune. We also have the Queen of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. In Leo season, there could be a significant shift for you, Aries, where you have the courage to step into this new cycle with this soulmate, with your own personal expression. This could, like I said, it could be both of those things for you. But there is this feeling of you being able to overcome something and take a big leap. The Wheel of Fortune is the universe delivering some positive karma, the wheel moving forward in time so that you're able to take those steps. And it feels like it's one big jump forward, one big leap forward for you that comes as a result of you finding the strength to overcome something. Perhaps that's whatever it is that you're letting go of, whatever it is that you're letting die. With the Queen of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Star card, some of you could be dealing with a Virgo or an Aquarius. I mentioned Aquarius earlier. There is this feeling of you finding some light within yourself, you finding this whole reading, I've been talking a lot about vulnerability. I've been talking a lot about opening your heart chakra and open expression and accepting or inviting in love. That's been the theme of this reading. How do we open up? How do we let go of the past and make room for the future? There is this feeling of you finding that which it is that you want to express, that vulnerability, that feeling of nurture or care that you have recognized that whoever you're dealing with has. Finding that within yourself and being able to bring it outward. And that creates a lot of healing, not only for you, but whatever this connection is that you're dealing with, Aries. All right, what's Aries' advice? But Leo season feels like it's going to be a really significant shift for you where things start moving forward really quickly. Your advice is the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and I also see the Hierophant here as well. So emphasis on Cancer and Taurus, for those of you that it resonates. But there's this energy of things becoming clearer to you, something that's been difficult for you to attain mentally, emotionally, in your surroundings, the clarity comes. Um, and there's also a decisive action being taken on how you want to move forward. With the Fool card here, it's an energy of taking a risk, taking that leap forward. With the Hierophant as well, this could be in a matter of commitment, spiritual growth, or evolution. Some of you could be committing to go to school or receive some higher level of education. Some of you, again, like I said before, you could have some conversation that completely shifts your perspective and you're able to take that leap. And it feels like it's impending. It's happening within the Leo season, which happens, I believe, around July, like 20, in the early 20s. That's what I remember. It could be the 21st, July 21st. It does feel like whatever it is that you've been trying to find, whatever you've been trying to cultivate, the awareness comes very soon. So this is your reading, Aries. I hope that it resonated for you, brought you some feelings of clarity, understanding, or maybe even some motivation to move forward or do some energy healing. I trust that it finds you in the exact way that it's meant to. If you feel so inclined, Aries, please do like, share, comment, do all that good stuff. It's really helpful to me and I appreciate it very much. Until next month, be well.